Every morning, we take it for granted. The sun rises. Light floods our world. Life continues. But what if one day, it didn't? Solar extinction. Our sun has disappeared and we are thrust into darkness. The moment our sun vanishes, the first effect happens at the speed of light, literally. In exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds, Earth is plunged into darkness. No gradual sunset, no warning, just instant, complete darkness everywhere on the planet. But darkness is just the beginning. Within minutes, temperatures begin to plummet. Not by degrees, but by tens of degrees. Earth's surface currently maintains an average temperature of 15 degrees Celsius, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Without the sun's energy, we would begin losing heat at a staggering rate. Across the globe, emergency generators and power plants would work overtime, becoming our only sources of heat and light. The immediate human response would be panic, but our infrastructure would rapidly begin to fail. Wind patterns, driven by the sun's heating of our atmosphere, would begin to change within hours. Solar power, ironically, would immediately become useless. Photosynthesis would cease instantly. The foundation of our food chain would begin to collapse within the first day. Within 24 hours, the average surface temperature worldwide would drop to 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is just day one. By the end of the first week, temperatures worldwide would plummet to an average of minus 20 degrees Celsius, minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Our atmosphere would begin to change in fundamental ways. Without solar radiation, the upper layers would cool and contract. The jet stream and global wind patterns would collapse entirely as temperature differences between regions diminish. Most ecosystems would collapse within days. Only the most extreme cold-adapted species and deep-sea creatures near hydrothermal vents might survive longer. The oceans, which store vast amounts of heat, would become our last reservoir of warmth. But even they would begin to freeze from the surface down. Human survival would depend entirely on artificial heating and stored food supplies. Most of humanity would have only days to weeks without extraordinary measures. Within months, Earth's surface would reach temperatures approaching minus 100 degrees Celsius, minus 148 degrees Fahrenheit. At these temperatures, components of our atmosphere would begin to freeze and fall as snow. First carbon dioxide, then oxygen. Within a year, our oceans would freeze solid to a significant depth. Earth would become a snow-covered ball of ice. And yet, remarkably, Earth would continue orbiting. Nothing. The space where our sun once existed. Without the sun's gravitational pull, Earth wouldn't fly off immediately in a straight line as some might expect. Instead, we would continue in our last direction of travel, tangent to our former orbit. The entire solar system would disintegrate, each planet drifting off into the freezing void between stars. Could humanity survive? Possibly, but only in the most limited sense and with extensive preparation. Nuclear power could provide heat and light for small populations in deeply insulated bunkers. Geothermal energy could be tapped in certain regions, providing heat from Earth's core rather than the sun. Food would need to be grown under artificial lights. Water would need to be melted from the frozen world outside. But this wouldn't be survival of civilization, only the barest preservation of our species. A few thousand humans at most, living in underground bunkers, might survive for decades or centuries until even nuclear fuel runs out. Our sun isn't just light and warmth. It's the engine that drives every system on our planet. Without it, Earth would become an ice-encased tomb, drifting through the interstellar void. So tomorrow morning, when the sun rises again, as it has for over 4 billion years and will continue to do for billions more, perhaps take a moment to appreciate our extraordinary star, the silent power that makes all life possible, our cosmic life support system. For now, we remain perfectly positioned in our solar habitable zone, a cosmic Goldilocks story, neither too hot nor too cold. And despite what we've explored today, you can rest easy. Our sun isn't going anywhere for a very, very long time.